I feel like this video can really help you guys on your breakouts. It can help identify the options you have on your breakout and to help counter what a lot of teams are doing against you on your breakouts. Okay, so let's look at a situation where the team in black, red is the team, our opposition, where our defenseman's wheeling the puck around the net and they're forechecking us. Okay, now ever since novice hockey, you guys have been taught to pass out to the outlet, which every other kid in U13 has learned as well. And so what's happening now is a lot of coaches are trying to take that pass away because they know that's the default play that most kids are running, right? And so when they make that pass, right, to that left winger, they've got maybe an F2 or a defenseman or both going right at that player every single time. And if that player is covered really close, their chances of success on that play aren't great, right? It's putting them in a bit of a pickle, right? So we can't always make that pass. I mean, if that winger is open, make that pass. But a lot of teams are taking that option away. So what are our other options, okay? If the teams are picking up that winger, what else can we do? Well, number one, you have to be willing to skate that puck up the middle, okay? So like that defenseman, they come around, they have to be willing to skate up inside those face-off dots, okay? They have to be willing to do it, right? When you start doing that, it opens up a lot of options. One of them is to skate the puck out of your zone, which is great, right? Because when they're taking away that left wing option, that creates a lot of space in the middle of the ice, okay? Another option is to hit that center with the pass, which we have to be willing to do. Centers, it's really important that you loop properly so you're an option for that pass right there. You have to be an option for that pass, okay? And defense, you have to be willing to make that pass when the player is open. Now, sometimes teams are going to take away both options. Really good teams, they're going to take away the boards. They're going to pick up that center. Maybe it's like an F2 grabbing that winger, an F3 grabbing that center, and a really good forechecker that's trying to force you wide, okay? Really good teams will do that to you. Well, what are your options in those situations? You know, giving it to the left winger in this situation is a bad idea because they're tightly covered. Giving it to the center is a bad idea because they're tightly covered. But what else can you do? Well, I like to call it it's an area pass, basically. So what you're going to want to try to do is put the puck either off the boards or directly into this big green box, okay? That's what you're going to want to do. And I'm going to show you a couple ways you can do that. One is just a direct pass. Now you want to make this pass when there's a nice big lane to pass that puck through. So you can see with X4 close to the boards, X5 in the middle, there's a nice lane. And all you're going to do is put that puck into this area and let your center skate it down. You're going to pass it and let your center skate their butts off and get that puck. Can also be your right winger skating to get that puck, okay? That's what an area pass is, okay? That's a great option when you've got no one to give the puck to. Now, area passes can be direct or they can be off the boards indirect. Now, when you make that area pass, what you want to do is you want to be aiming basically between the hash marks and the blue line, and you want to hit that puck hard, okay? Nice hard area pass off the boards into the green box. It can end up anywhere inside this green box, and let your center and right winger skate that puck down, okay? Now, you'll see, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to try to show you this. Let's go back a little. Okay, so go back a little here. Now, when you make this area pass, if the closer you are to the middle, the less likely it's going to be an icing. And the reason is, when you hit it on this angle, it's going to come off on the exact same angle. So if you're really close to the middle of the ice, the chances of it icing like this aren't very good, okay? So hit the puck hard, right? On close to the middle of the ice, it could end up anywhere in that green box. It probably won't be icing. And if it is icing, it's not the end of the world. Same with the direct area pass. If you do it a little too hard and it's an icing, that's okay. The puck's out of our zone. We have a new face-off. We can start again, okay? But let's, rather than just force feeding it to someone who's covered. Let's get it out of the zone in those situations if you've got no one to give it to, okay? Now I want to show you something. What you want to do, again, those area passes, especially the ones off the boards, you don't want to make them, like the closer you get to the boards, the harder they are to make, okay? So like, let's say this defenseman gets angled off, right? Well, now they're in a really tough situation, right? Their ice is small, and the problem is a pass off the boards now, and it's got to go through two players to just get out of the zone, right? So the closer you get to the boards, the harder it is to do. And the more likely the puck is going to get iced, right? Because remember, whatever angle the puck hits the boards, it's coming off on the same angle. So this is more likely to be icing than if the pass is from here, okay? So guys, those are your options, all right? Going back to the very beginning of the video, we're going to just look at the whole sequence, okay? So when you're coming around the net, this option on the boards is not always going to be there for you. If it's not there, you don't make that pass, okay? You're better off to try to skate the puck or hit the center if they're open, okay? If you can't skate the puck and the center's not open, try for an area pass. Let's get the puck out, put it into this big green box, okay? It can be a direct area pass. Let your center skate that puck down, okay? Or it can be an indirect area pass, all right? Indirect area pass, you want to aim between the hash marks and the blue line. Let your forwards try to skate that puck down, okay? If it's an icing, it's not the end of the world. Better to just get the puck out, okay, than it is to force feed a pass. The closer you are to the middle, the less likely it is to be an icing. If you get angled off, it's a much tougher play, but you know what? It's still better to make that play than to force feed it, okay? So that's a little lesson for you guys. I hope it helps. The better we get at our quick ups, our overs, our wheels, the easier all of this is going to be. But I just want you to be clear on this one thing, okay? Area pass is an option, especially when we're in trouble. When they're doing really well against us on the forecheck, go for an area pass, see if we can burn them on a long play, okay? All right, see you at the rink, guys. We're going to work on this a lot.